Hello, and welcome to What is Crypto? I'm Matt, and this is Crypto. Today I'm going to be talking to you about SEI, a massive new layer one. But firstly, quickly, a little bit about my channel. Here I give to-the-point crypto information and education and talk all things crypto. I try to keep things short and sweet, as time is money and money is more coins and tokens to fill up those bags. So if this sounds like it could be for you, then smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and cheers legends, let's get into it. SEI is a massive layer one blockchain built on the Cosmos ecosystem. So SEI is really specialized for trading and they focus on exchange of assets. So having a look at their site, they claim to be the fastest blockchain to transfer on with a 12,500 TPS. They've also got a 380 millisecond time to finality. Now, whether or not they're actually faster than Solana, there's a little bit of debate about that, but I have used them and they are fast. So they've got a huge amount of VC interest and consequently they're supported by a lot of global institutions. So supported by Circle, Delphi Digital, Coinbase, Multicoin Capital, and Jump, among a bunch of other people as well. So what they say is built on the fastest blockchain in the industry. They're highly secure, massively scalable, and they're built with speed. So looking at their ecosystem, they have a huge amount of dApps in their ecosystem. And they have a lot of partners. They have a lot of big backers. So you can have a look through their site yourself. I'd really suggest doing that. I think SEI is going to have a huge amount of institutional demand and looking at what institutions can actually do on SEI. So pretty much they can leverage its fast scalable blockchain to build and engage with enterprise grade applications, focusing on trading, asset management, lending, and more. Pretty much SEI is a very large layer one focused on trading and focused on transactions, looking at potential price predictions of SEI. Now, it's obviously really hard to predict where something like this could go, but looking at another heavily backed VC layer one crypto, Solana. So last bull run, Solana had a market cap at its peak of around 75 billion. Now, SEI in comparison is sitting down around here at the $2.4 billion mark. So obviously, if it did go to where Solana went last bull run, that from here would be about a 30x. I think realistically though, a price prediction of 20 billion for something like this, if it does gain traction and it does keep being shilled by institutional money, I don't think that is unrealistic. Between a 10 and a 20x from here, I think it could potentially do. Now, another reason that I think SEI is going to do really well is due to BlackRock money. Now, BlackRock obviously has been really heavy hitting with real world assets recently. And I think BlackRock is going to feel very comfortable in VC land and looking into layer ones that it could maybe get its mitts into. I think SEI would potentially be on that list of things. Obviously, that's just my thoughts and some speculation. But yeah, I think SEI is pretty darn exciting. Now we'll have a bit of a look at interview with one of their founders. He's got some really interesting points to say.
There are countless examples of really good products that nobody knows about and nobody uses. It's like, unfortunately a big travesty. And I think that's probably the single biggest learning is how important psychology and a good understanding of psychology ends up playing a role in good sales and good user acquisition.
So one of the main points that I take out from that is, so SEI has a bunch of big VC backing. So they are very focused on their marketing. Now, VC interest, it does compromise the decentralization. However, you do get the perks of centralization with a lot of VCs who have a lot of money invested. Now, a lot of VC money is tied into this, so they're going to be highly focused on advertising and pushing their product, or claiming to be the fastest layer one. And they're really kind of looking at that Solana killer-esque narrative. I think a lot of people are going to be interested in this, and I think SEI is going to perform super well. I will now watch the interview at a different stage where Jeff Fenn has some other pretty interesting things to say.
Perhaps like the easiest place to start is SEI only has one very simple thesis. And you'll find that thematically across a lot of how the team approaches building the ecosystem is keep things simple. And I think that's, if you look at the best companies point blank in history, there's no need to sort of reinvent the wheel. It's like how have some of the best organizations in the world approached growing the business. Amazon only has one thing that they care about, just customers. And any sort of Jeff Bezos interview you'll listen to, he'll talk about he'll repeat this one word 15, 20 times. And that's roughly the interview. For SEI, the only thesis that we have is we believe that the fundamental use case of blockchains is the ability to exchange digital assets. That's it. There's so many other potential use cases that people talk about, like all of the possibilities. We boil all of that down and we say, this is the core use case. That won't change.
Yeah, so that's something that I absolutely love about SEI. Jeff Fang, very, very, very smart guy. I've watched a couple of his interviews. One of the things that I love is his story about 2014 when he's in college and he's starting to develop that entrepreneurial spirit, and he used kind of the college dorms power to start mining Bitcoin. So he's a very, very smart guy. He's been innovative and he's been entrepreneurial from a young age. I think he has done super, super well. He was a former technology investment banker with Goldman Sachs. So yeah, obviously huge company. He's a very, very smart guy and someone that I am pretty happy that he's steering the ship that is SEI. So having a look at the price of SEI as well, something I'm hugely bullish on at the moment. We have pumped up a fair bit, but we're consolidating nicely in this range. Now, looking at the chart, I reckon we're forming another bull flag here. So we formed a bull flag back here, and we were met with some pretty explosive price movement. So we've been consolidating in this bull flag from about the 15th of Feb now. And yeah, I think that when the market continues to rip, as Bitcoin is now consolidating above the previous all-time highs, I think when we do bounce, SEI will be a pretty big performer. Meme coins, I think, have had the limelight recently, but when it boils down to it, the strongest performers historically have always been layer ones. So I'm hedging my bets with a big VC-backed layer one, that is SEI. Awesome. Thank you so much, legends. I really appreciate your time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If SEI is something that you're interested in, I'd love you to drop a comment down there. I'd also love you to comment if there's anything you want me to do differently or any projects you want me to cover in the future. Thank you so much, legends. I really do appreciate you, and I will catch you in the next one.